12:45 to 2 p.m. The Lunchroom. Informative, enlightening, provocative, engaging. The Lunchroom on RCI. Food for thought. The station that gives you, more lunch.
Good afternoon and welcome to the Lunchroom on Radio Caribbean International. Of course, it is Tuesday, the 30th of September, 2025, and it is program number 1459 of the Lunchroom. I'm your host, Calix George Jr. In addition to 101.1 FM radio, you can also get us at our website, rcisaintlucia.com. We're also on YouTube, and we are streaming live on Facebook. You just have to search for the official page of Radio Caribbean International. And please be sure to like and share that as well with your friends and family. If you want to tell us what's on your plate today, you can do just that. You just have to call in to 452-3046. Again, 452-3046. Our WhatsApp number here is 724-0008. Again, 724-0008. I'll look back in time for the history of the day. Well, in the year 1846, an anesthetic ether was used for the first time by American dentist Dr. William Morton to extract a tooth. Goodness knows how things were before that moment. In the year 1946, on this day, 22 Nazi leaders, including Joachim von Ribbentrop and Hermann Göring, were found guilty of war crimes and sentenced to death or prison at the Nuremberg war trials. 1980, on this day, saw Ethernet specifications published by Xerox in collaboration with Intel and Digital Equipment Corporation. Of course, we also want to send out some birthday greetings for today. And first, Mr. Jerome Gideon, happy birthday to you, sir. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Also to Mrs. Aretha Emmanuel, happy birthday to you, Aretha. And we do trust that you're having a marvelous birthday celebration. Also want to send out some birthday greetings to Mr. Kieran Andrew. Happy birthday to you, and wishing you a wonderful day. We now head across to our dish of the day.
Every bed in our hospitals tells a story of someone's mother, someone's brother, someone's friend. And when that story of care is complete, it's time for the next chapter, home. But too often, discharged patients are left waiting hours, days, weeks, sometimes months, not because they want to stay, but because no one comes. We understand life gets busy, but every extra day they wait means another patient, perhaps in pain, perhaps in crisis, can't get the bed they desperately need. So when the call comes that your loved one is ready, please be ready too. Pick them up, bring them back to the comfort of family, where healing truly continues. Because caring doesn't end at discharge, it continues with you. A message from the Ministry of Health, Wellness and Elderly Affairs.
October 5th, the night before the holiday. We're heading to the Pavilion in Rodney Bay for the Big People Party. Big People Party. The Sparkle and Denim Edition. Big People Party, the Sparkle and Denim Edition. It's old school, and we're turning it up. Music by Hyper D, Rusty Ranks, Shortman, Play in HD, and Sly Eli. Tickets are $60 and are available at RCI, LaSalle Boulevard, and Baywalk Mall. Pay more at the door. On Sunday, October 5th, it's Big People Party at the Pavilion in Rodney Bay. The night before the holiday. Lottie Dottie, see you at the party. Serving now, the Daily Dish.
And welcome back to the lunchroom here at Radio Caribbean International. Now, of course, many times a day we end up spending a good number of minutes each day in traffic. And one can say that perhaps that may be expected, and in all countries there is some level of congestion. But for a small state like ours, one might find it pretty hard to believe that you could be stuck in traffic for so long. And of course, especially with the presence of school being open, it only has gotten certainly more exacerbated. The current closure of the Norbert-Vieux-Secret Road has certainly added to that mix, of course. And we've heard the phrase, well, you've to make an omelette, you've got to break eggs, effectively pointing out that you, if you're going to expect improvements, you're going to have to expect some discomfort along the way. And of course, we've been seeing tremendously long lines as a result of the closure of that really important relief road. Of course, thankfully, some really good progress being made on that Norbert-Vieux-Secret Road in the Grosley area, a road that links the Granville-Corinth Road to the Monjuro-Moshi Road, and certainly serves as an important bypass link in the north of the island, bypassing what is certainly a very, very congested corridor, even on good days, in the Bois d'Ouage, the Marisol Bois d'Ouage area. So that, of course, is necessary, and certainly in the lead up to improvements on that Sir Julian R. Hunt Highway, the ongoing works that we're seeing on that Vieux-Secret-Corinth Road, Norbert Road, are certainly very important. And as I indicated, some pretty good progress being made by the contractor, CIE, who has been taking up that task, which involves the widening of the road, the widening of the carriageway, to be able to accommodate smoothly and easily 2 lanes of traffic, one in either direction. That road, of course, was very narrow in some areas, was no better than perhaps a donkey cart path at some point in time, and was, of course, later on upgraded with some asphalt. But now some major improvements to that road in terms of widening, in terms of improvement of the alignment in some areas, opening up of some of the bends to improve on the ease of driving and the comfort of the motorability of that road. And so, of course, pretty important that we're seeing that happening. But of course, even so, we do note that this is still only one measure within and part of a much larger effort at improving the connections between Castries and Grosley. And what has certainly been outstanding for a very long time has been that of the upgrade of the Sir Julian Hunt Highway, that road linking the Grosley to Castries from Shock, heading up to the town of Grosley. It has been subject to a number of studies in the past, a number of designs prepared in the past, and unfortunately, we've seen how sometimes you take one step forward or two steps forward and you take three steps back in terms of changes in public policy. And that is effectively what we saw, I think, back in 2016, where we saw a project that pretty much the financing had been approved with respect to the Kuwaiti Fund for Arab Economic Development, as well as with the OPEC Fund. And those loans had been negotiated, had been approved by the respective boards of those funding donor agencies. And why were they important? Of course, because the financing through these loans would have provided concessionary financing. Both the Kuwaitis as well as the OPEC fund provide very low interest rates and very generous concessions in terms of grace periods for the construction of the work. Usually you don't have to start paying until 5 years after. And so that certainly allows governments the opportunity to fully complete the project, begin to enjoy the benefits of it, and then still have the means of being able to pay back in terms of a reasonable payback period, and of course the interest rates, which are very critical in terms of lending. And that was all in place. And unfortunately, we saw a change of policy with respect to that very important link, a decision being taken that the government did not want to pursue the upgrade of the entire link of about 6 kilometers from Shock all the way up to Grosley. What we eventually saw occurring was an attempt to upgrade the section from, I guess you could say, just about Monjiro up to the Larry Tret Junction, about the Bonte Bridge, all of about maybe 1.5 kilometers or so of road, if that much, effectively being upgraded in the Rodney Bay area. And it was certainly a bit of a rush job in any case. Concerns over the designs and the location of the roundabouts and how they were positioned led to delays on that project and redesigning, in fact, or one could say maybe actually getting a design done in the first instance for that project. Eventually, of course, another change in administration, and then the need to go out and seek out new financing again from the very same sources. And of course, when that happens, you now have funding agencies that are a little bit concerned and a little bit more jittery over the prospect of whether, in fact, to sign on to an additional loan, given the fact that the ones that were in place were cancelled. Very recently, in fact, I noted some individuals were complaining about the state of the road, not in respect of this road, but another road in the south of the island, an agricultural feeder road of sorts, from Canals into Viger. And I recall that was actually a road that was supposed to have been undertaken, rehabilitated by the Kuwaiti Fund, which had provided a loan, a concessionary loan, for the purpose of upgrading agricultural feeder roads, which they had done in the past. So it was really a phase 2, looking at new roads to do, right, improving rural roads. And that project too found a unfortunate end without actually ever being undertaken by the government of St. Lucia. And of course, again, when you've got those types of approaches, lending agencies certainly are not looking at you in the same light. They have their own analysis that they do. They're looking at risk. They're looking at the likelihood of whether, in fact, you are going to be able to, you are going to do what you're saying you're going to do. And that is, of course, an interest, an issue. So there was reputational damage in that regard. And so, finally, it seems there is that light at the end of the tunnel with respect to the Castries-Grosley Highway and securing the financing for that project. I think we've got a clip available, so let's take a listen to a clip on the matter of Mr. Stevenson King, the Minister for Infrastructure, speaking to that upcoming project and the signing of some loans in that regard.
The government has accepted an invitation from the World Bank Group and International Monetary Fund to Washington on Tuesday, October 14th to sign 2 loan agreements and attend site meetings for the expansion of the Julian R. Hunt Highway. That is according to Infrastructure Minister Stevenson King. King says that the first agreement is for a loan of $20 million to be obtained from the OPEC fund for part of the highway. Additionally, the Kuwait Fund for Arab Economic Development has approved a loan for over $13 million for the remainder of the highway.
And the Caribbean Development Bank, which will not be part of that mission, also we are soon to sign a loan agreement for the remainder of the Julian R. Hunt Highway. As you are all aware, work has started on the Vieux-Sikri-Norbert-Corinth Road in anticipation of the approval by both the Kuwaiti Fund and, of course, the OPEC Fund.
King noted the importance of the Norbert-Vieux-Sikri Road in bypassing the city to get onto the east coast. Once works are completed on that road, he says the government is hoping to begin work on the highway.
We are just concluding a final study on the package 3, which is from Corinth to Grosley, which is one of the sections that needed some review of the whole design, etc., considering that some work was started some time ago which was not in sync with the overall design which was already done sometime in 2015-2016.
King says that next, the government will begin looking at the North-South Link Road, which will connect Grosley to Dennery. For the DBS News World, Miriam Montoute reporting.
Right, so of course you just heard there from the island's Minister for Infrastructure, Senior Minister Stevenson King, speaking about the upcoming signing of those 2 loan agreements with the Kuwait Fund for Arab Economic Development as well as for the OPEC Fund for Development. They are combined providing $50 million for the upgrade of the Sir Julian R. Hunt Highway, as well as supporting connectivity with some of the secondary roads as well, where that is necessary. Of course, as I mentioned, that Vieux-Sikri Road is in fact one of those enabling projects for the eventual work that has to be done on that corridor to be able to provide some relief once work actually begins on the corridor. Very, very important project for the development of St. Lucia. The Castries-Grosley corridor, that urban conurbation, really represents a significant proportion of the island's population. The 2 districts of Castries and Grosley are over 50% of the total population, albeit not all of them within north of Castries, but certainly a significant amount. Grosley has been one of the fastest growing areas in recent times in St. Lucia, and that growth is likely to continue as you see a continued growth in economic development in the north. As the island is expanding its tourism plant, we are going to continue to see a lot more growth within that corridor. You name it, and from Kazabat to Rodney Bay and Cap Estate and beyond, you are seeing a significant amount of touristic plant being constructed, and it therefore means that it is really very necessary to be able to address that corridor. Will it be enough? And I can also point out that in as much as it is needed, it's not going to solve all the problems, right? And of course, it is certainly a step in the right direction. It is a major step in the right direction, but we certainly do have to look at other issues, attendant issues in terms of transport planning for that area, that greater Castries area. You also, of course, have growth that is now happening more towards the northeast of the island on the eastern coast, the Casabas and the Moshis and the Deramos and La Bons, and you're seeing more greater interest in housing in the Babonneau area. And so with that happening as well, certainly one of the major challenges will be to ensure that there are also the kind of amenities which would be able to support growth in many of these areas. So right now, this corridor is effectively where it's at in terms of commercial activity. And so therefore, you see the pressure on a Saturday, on a shopping day, where although there's no school, lots of people are out and about, lots of people are transacting business, getting things done, doing their shopping and what have you. And that too causes a significant amount of traffic. So very, very important. But we also do need to look at the issue of the relief roads. Many of those relief roads that we currently use are effectively along the same alignments that they have been existing for many, 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 many decades, and unfortunately set out long before the car was the main mode of transportation. And so it therefore means that developing a modern transport network is going to have to be looked at beyond just that John Compton Highway, Julian R. Hunt corridor on the northwest coast. And certainly we've heard certain suggestions in the past, the proposals of looking at alternative routes, a bypass of Castries, for example, being one of them, as well as the potential of a road that would offer access along the northeast coast so as to bypass that entire area as well. And also, of course, for the benefit of future development as well within parts of that northeast coast as well. Within the context of all that, however, we do certainly do need to keep in mind the importance of the environment and the sensitivity of some of these areas. The northeast coast is effectively one of these last wildernesses that exist in St. Lucia. Very, very beautiful. It's hard to imagine a place where you could still go in St. Lucia and you don't see any lights and you don't see, you can really feel like you're away from it all. And it is really a sensitive area in terms of biodiversity, whether we're talking about turtle nesting on Grand Anse Beach, whether we're talking about the iguana, which of course gave us our name, Hiwanora or Iwanaloa, the land of the iguana. That is effectively their last bastion as well. So within any context of development, certainly the environment certainly has to be given a good consideration in terms of the impacts that could arise in development, especially when you're speaking about road development. So that's our dish of the day. When we come back, we'll take in our weather report, and as well, of course, we will take in some calls.
This has been The Daily Dish.
Every bed in our hospitals tells a story of someone's mother, someone's brother, someone's friend. And when that story of care is complete, it's time for the next chapter, home. But too often, discharged patients are left waiting hours, days, weeks, sometimes months, not because they want to stay, but because no one comes. We understand life gets busy, but every extra day they wait means another patient, perhaps in pain, perhaps in crisis, can't get the bed they desperately need. So when the call comes that your loved one is ready, please be ready too. Pick them up, bring them back to the comfort of family, where healing truly continues. Because caring doesn't end at discharge, it continues with you. A message from the Ministry of Health, Wellness and Elderly Affairs.
There is a rose in Spanish Harlem. You're just too good to be true. Can't take my eyes off of you. If you like pina coladas, getting caught in the
We're back on Sunday, October 5th, the night before the holiday. We're heading to the Pavilion in Rodney Bay for the Big People Party. Big People Party. The Sparkle and Denim Edition. Big People Party, the Sparkle and Denim Edition. It's old school, and we're turning it up. Music by Hyper D, Rusty Ranks, Shortman, Play in HD, and Sly Eli. Tickets are $60 and are available at RCI, The South, Boulevard, and Baywalk Mall. Pay more at the door. On Sunday, October 5th, it's Big People Party at the Pavilion in Rodney Bay. The night before the holiday. Lottie Dottie, see you at the party.
It's now time for your weather report, brought to you by Island Style.
Girl, I've been so stressed searching for the perfect tiles to complete my home. Really? Yeah, it's always the same white, beige, and gray tiles with these tile stores. Like they're all buying from the same place. You're the design expert. Help me, please. I'm fed up. What are you looking for? Something different. Something that says Caribbean beauty and suits my personality. Something vibrant and classy with a little razzle-dazzle. Okay, Ms. Razzle Dazzle, I know just the place. Island Style Tile and Bath, they're my #1 store for everything tile. And with their new In Living Color collection, you'll find the most gorgeous styles to give you that splash of Caribbean flair you're looking for. That sounds perfect. I'll even take you myself and throw in a free design consultation. I'll never say no to that, sis. I can't afford you anyway.
Visit our Island Style showrooms in Castries, Rodney Bay, and View Fort, or call 450-452 or 453 Tile. We'll help bring your vision to life in living color.
This is Radio Caribbean International. It's now time for the weather news.
And the forecast for St. Lucia valid for the next 24 hours. Winds will be blowing from between the east and east-southeast near 16 miles per hour or 26 kilometers per hour, becoming lighter at times. Weather fair to partly cloudy with a few showers this afternoon, becoming occasionally cloudy with scattered showers and a chance of isolated thunderstorms from tonight. Forecast for the Lesser Antilles. Fair to partly cloudy with a few showers this afternoon, becoming occasionally cloudy with a few scattered showers and isolated thunderstorms from tonight. The tropical weather outlook. A weak trough system is expected to cause occasional cloudiness and scattered showers and isolated thunderstorms over the region during the forecast period. A tropical wave located over the western tropical Atlantic is moving westward near 17 miles per hour or 28 kilometers per hour. This wave is expected to affect our region from late Wednesday into Thursday. A second tropical wave is located off the west coast of Africa. Is moving westward near 12 miles per hour or 19 kilometers per hour. And that is your weather report brought to you by Island Style.
This has been RCI's Weather News. For more information, call the Weather Hotline at 454-3452. RCI 101 number 1.
Girl, I've been so stressed searching for the perfect tiles to complete my home. Really? Yeah, it's always the same white, beige, and gray tiles with these tile stores. Like they're all buying from the same place. You're the design expert. Help me, please. I'm fed up.
What are you looking for?
Something different. Something that says Caribbean beauty and suits my personality. Something vibrant and classy with a little razzle dazzle.
Okay, Ms. Razzle Dazzle, I know just the place. Island Style Tile and Bath, they're my number one store for everything tile. And with their new In Living Color collection, you'll find the most gorgeous tiles to give you that splash of Caribbean flair you're looking for.
That sounds perfect.
I'll even take you myself and throw in a free design consultation.
I'll never say no to that, sis. I can't afford you anyway.
Visit our Island Style showrooms in Castries, Rodney Bay, and View Fort, or call 450-452 or 453 Tile. We'll help bring your vision to life in living color.
And welcome back to the lunchroom here at Radio Caribbean International. Of course, the number to call in to tell us what's on your plate today, it is 452-3046. Again, 452-3046, as well as our WhatsApp number, that is 724-0008. Let's go to the phone lines at this time taking a call. And good afternoon. Welcome to the lunchroom. And what's on your plate today?
Mr. George, how are you?
Oh, very good, sir. How are you doing?
Are you okay?
Yes, I'm good. Thank you. Thanks for asking.
Everybody good, eh?
They're very good. Thank you. Indeed.
Yeah. Mr. George, you had some people with you. I think they are the children of Roderick Walcott.
That was correct. That was last week?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Kerry and Heather Walcott.
Okay.
As well as his wife was also present, but she didn't.
Okay, so they want to kind of re-energize, rejuvenate the whole literary arts and.
Well, yes, they want to certainly continue with the promotion of it, the legacy of his work, his contribution.
Or specific to his work, something.
Well, I think so. I mean, they definitely want to tie it in because, of course, his legacy is very much about the arts and theater.
Yeah, because I think I heard when they said it was a two-part thing. They want to celebrate his 100th anniversary.
Right.
And as well as also our 50th independence anniversary.
I see. Okay.
Hello?
Yes, that's correct. Yes, that's correct.
But I think you are the one who coined the name Raw Derek.
I coined the name? No, I didn't.
No, but I heard you say that, and it sounds so appreciated. So appropriate.
Yeah, well, is Derek and Roderick?
Roderick, yeah.
Yes.
But as if I heard a time he said Raw Derek.
Oh, you mean in terms of the raw form of Derek? Well,
Yeah.
yes, we were just playing on the name a little bit.
Yeah, okay, yeah. I'm sure you all played on the name, eh?
Yes.
Because but that's good.
But he was the one, right? He was the one who was really on the ground. He was the.
He was really on the ground. He was the
Yes.
one who was around,
Yes.
Most of us could relate with him,
Right.
I mean, Derek kind of estranged from the ordinary person.
Derek was a little bit esoteric. He was a little bit.
Yes.
You know.
Truth spoken, in all his achievements, IT reach and thing,
Yes.
Roderick was the man that mistake when you go away and Turks. I just say no, we can thing in setting the pans and and he, will be the But sometimes I wonder, man. We set a by, like the people say, this country kind of sometimes I wonder.
You said we set a bar?
Set a bar. The head on the ground and your foot in the air.
Oh, okay. I thought you said we set a bar. In other words, we had set a level. Okay. I understand now.
Set a bar.
Okay.
All right. Because I remember in the 60s, growing up as a CDC boy, the level of theater we had here, Calix, man. I don't think that was surpassed in any of the Caribbean islands, you know. And I think that would be challenging the established or theatrical order in England. With Jakes Compton and the Elcock brothers and Hogarth Hippolyte and Kenneth Moplesy, the husband lady, and
Howick Elcock.
Howick Elcock, yeah.
Yes, you had
and his sister.
Yes,
Elcock. And man.
You had the ladies as well. So you had Miss.
Your sister used to be there too.
My grand aunt. My grand aunt. Yes. Sonia George. Yes, Sonia George. Yes.
Yeah, Sonia. Okay, Sonia is Calix. Is your father's aunt.
Aunt. Yes, that's correct.
Yeah. Your grand aunt used to be there.
Yes, but you also had.
I remember her. And
Ruth Tibbles is another.
Ruth Tibbles.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, you know all these names and things.
Well, I actually met her recently at her nephew's birthday.
Ruth Tibbles is still alive?
Yes, she is. She's I think she's 90 into her 90s. Yeah, she's into her 90s.
She used to be by the market, but I don't see her anymore.
Yes.
Father age.
Yes.
After a while,
Yeah.
Yeah, because she always was by the market and thing. Jakes too.
Jakes. Jakes. Yes.
And Hogarth Hippolyte.
Right.
And
yes.
Marcellus Martyr. Alvin Hippolyte. Boy, I mean, and it goes on and on and on. And these people used to put on classic local plays, Tisha and his brothers and Banjo Man, and regional plays by regional writers. They used to do the classic stuff like Julius Caesar,
right,
and all these things, man, and and that used to be there used to be a festival they used to have in the Catfish Town Hall,
Right.
And we as youngsters we used to climb the wall, the side of the town hall.
Okay.
To watch that,
Right.
And and only years after, I mean, to see that this thing just disappear into oblivion,
Right.
And
unfortunately, when you look at it today now, I mean, we have a few here and there. I mean, the efforts, of course, of some individuals like McDonald Dixon, like Kendall Hippolyte, put on a few things here and there as well.
A lot of people trying their best to oppose
yes,
it. A lot of them.
Yes. And some newcomers. There's some younger people, but I think that the level of organization,
and I want
though.
to mention especially that the what's his name? He's a playwright, man, and he's not doing. He's ill, I think. Anyway.
A playwright who's ill. I'm drawing a blank.
Where Kendall Hippolyte and doing his thing. Thing tried his best also. Kendall St. Clair.
Yes. Yes. You got some younger ones coming up now as well. Kentilia Louis, Monique Auguste. Yeah, so there are a few others that I mean, they've done some pretty good work, which has gone to Carifesta. But it's the sustainability and the
sustainability. You see, that's why a lot will rise, but that's where we have the problem. And
right. Yes.
Calix, without a theater. I mean, these things are so important. A theater and a national museum. These institutions. These things are really necessary.
Well, those are the buildings, but then also actually having a national orchestra, a national theater company.
The theater.
Yes.
You need the theater to have.
You need the people.
Yeah, the people. Yeah,
because we like to build things too, eh? Let's not forget we love the idea of putting up structures,
I
but
we like to build things, but to maintain them and all that kind of thing is a problem. So what do you see? How could we build the people without the theater? How could we build our legacy, our thing, without a museum?
But what is also telling though, I mean, I remember at going to school, we did literature. And it was mandatory for up until Form 3. And we would have to do plays like, Smile Orange, I think, and there were these things coming out of Jamaica.
Yeah.
You know, you did a Shakespeare play. I think we did what Merchant of Venice, but it's here in St. Lucia we actually do have our very own plays written by St. Lucians. Yes.
Within the educational elite, the university.
Right.
That was so highly regarded.
Yes.
And he himself, that's where he had, the dance troupe, the national. So that was some encouragement to the budding, artists. Yeah, so the institutional support in a place like Jamaica.
Yes.
It was much greater than a place like it doesn't have institution. That's why we continue to ask ourselves the question. The things that really mean so much to a people, to defining a people,
right.
culture,
yes,
theater, and things like that, and sports. You continue to question whether we are truly a sporting people or a thing, or a cultural people.
Well, in some respects, we compare ourselves to, let's say, Jamaica. And in fairness to our own journey, Jamaica, where we are now, Jamaica was at in the even just after World War II, right? And in fact, there was a very interesting video I was watching, and maybe I'll play it at some point on air, where they were looking at why are Jamaicans so good at sport. And they really went all the way back to Arthur Wint, winning the gold medal back in, I think, the 1948 London Olympics. So, we're now starting off on that journey in some respects, in terms of winning this, the gold medal and the silver medal that Julian has been able to win at Paris. But it's something that, of course, we have to build on, because otherwise it could be a fleeting thing. It could have just been a singular personal success, and people will say it was just a fluke. So it's really important that we now have to build upon these moments. And maybe we've missed the boat a little bit with respect to Derek and Roderick, because they were doing this in the 1950s and 60s. And we really should have been far, far ahead in terms of that development, in terms of our artistic production.
But you see, the other thing is that I've always found that we are events-driven people too much, We are not too interested in the infusion of these things into our DNA, who we are, as much as, celebrating the best of it. So we always seem to be interested in the best. And not, because the best has to be relevant to others. Now, if you have the best just out there by itself existing, when you lose that best, then what's next,
Right.
In a sense that when you see, okay, like in Jamaica, you had Arthur Wint and all these people who come right down the line, Don Quarry come in and waiting, they start winning medals, and Asafa Powell and
Merlin Otti, yes.
Bolton. But after them, you see, boy, who will be? More will come. You'll have Jamaicans coming through. You understand? So it's infused. It's in the DNA. It's in the culture. We're not like that. We're not like that. That's the reason why we have had so many great and outstanding people in sports and in literature and all these kind of things. And then we after that we just searching for another thing because we don't we on a quiz day in hunting H2S they asked the question, I think it was Stanley Lucien, are we a sports loving people? And he premise, all these things about look how many people came to CPL, who supported CPL and so on and so forth, you know. And then he's asking, are we responsible, you know. We enjoyed it, and the organizers love it because it brought money to the coffers. For the tourist industry, they love it. All right? For the economy, it's positive. For fun lovers, they love it. It's having a good time. But you know, for people who believe in cricket, this thing didn't have much virtue. You know. In fact, what it was bringing out is how weak we are. And you know, you're following West Indies.
I knew you were coming to that, you know, caller.
but why you all hiding when these things happen? You all don't talk about it.
No, we're not hiding. We're not hiding at all.
But Red's calling up.
Well, we'll have to get him on, yes. But
Red's
sad.
Calling up when CPL come in.
Very sad.
You know, he in that too.
I won't blame him. I won't blame him because
I'm not blaming him.
I know he would probably want to discuss it, yes.
All Bishop, all of the fellows take a stand that, you know, I guess again, in this time, this is the morning. Well, everybody want to eat a bread, you know. But you have people like Holden who say, no, he won't have none of that. That's undermining who we were, our stature in world cricket. And we've seen it. Look, how low can we get a country who has never won a game or played a game
in international cricket?
Yeah, against a ranked team. Beating you so bad, bowling you out for 83 by 90 runs.
Yeah,
and have it 2-0. Now, you're going to tell me, well, we have a young side. I wonder what you say about their side.
Well, yeah.
You know, what do you say about Nepal's side if you want to tell me you have a young side? You have a young side with more top experience than Nepal have altogether.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, we can't even say it was the high altitude of Nepal because the games were not even being played in Nepal. It was in.
I don't know what to think
in
of
the
that.
UAE. Yeah. So.
You know, but the signs are there, you know, because you've seen a game in the CPL and they're telling you how the cricket great and Bishop and them trying doing analysis and if he brought the ball there and if he does that and he does the blah blah blah, you know, it's disgusting. I find now to a man that Bishop that you know, this guy is not calling a spade. They're not saying what it is. They need to say to get West Indies cricket. They go into that fed thing too. You know, and the Chinese corrupt West Indies cricket. The Pollards, the Bravos and them. And these are the people we're looking up to. If the young people looking up to them thing, our cricket will go because these people chose not to serve West Indies cricket, you know. Remember that, eh?
Yes.
The Narines, the Bravos, the Pollards, Puran. You know. They chose, you know, and look, they're choosing Akil Hussain as the captain. You know, Akil Hussain, if he was serious, he should be on the test team playing in India there too, because he's good enough. But his whole focus is to bowl 4 overs for the day. You know what I mean? And this is what we have to look up.
At the rate, not even that, we're doing very well. So what that says a lot.
There you go. I'm surprised I hear you saying that, but you didn't want to.
I don't know why you think we're trying to hide anything. You don't call it.
Never raise that as a.
No caller.
You'll give us news from everywhere, colleagues, and talk about everything in your.
Caller, we've spoken about it and we will continue. We're not hiding anything about.
Recipe, what you call your thing?
Dish of the day. The dish of the day. Yes.
Yeah, your dish of the day. Call Reds. Make Reds come and talk about that. Yeah.
Okay.
How proud he is. How proud we are.
How proud we're not at the moment. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really deflating. It's really, really, really deflating.
Yeah.
It's really, really, man. How low can we get, man?
Yeah, very, very unfortunate indeed. Very unfortunate.
Anyway.
Well, I know people were already blaming Sammy for it, but Sammy was not even the coach. Sammy.
But come on. But he must be part of. So
No, I'm not
So
trying to
what-
divorce
what's
him
happening?
completely, but I'm just saying that
Because
this
it's Sammy, because
in
it's
this
Sammy,
instance.
and we are afraid to say that.
No. I'm saying in this instance, he was not actually the coach of the team in with Nepal against Nepal.
So why is that?
Well, that's a good question as well, caller. I suppose we'll have to be.
Oh, but he was available. He was available for
I think he's
the
handling the.
leadership.
Remember, there's also the India test series, the 2 test series that's coming up. So I think he's with that team, with the test team, at the moment. So.
Then you quite clearly just say you bite off more than you could chew.
Well, maybe I don't know.
If you can't handle it.
I don't know.
So why they burden him with all free. Plus, he's the coach of St. Lucia Kings, you know.
Yeah, so tough.
And then you're telling me you throw a young team, a young lion thing to the Lions, you know.
But what Lions, caller? you mean the Cubs? I don't know if you would consider that Nepal was a lion, but okay.
Well, Tigers, because
Nepalese Tigers. Okay, all right.
Throw them to the Tigers, so you throw the lambs to the Tigers.
We are lambs now. Okay, all right.
and anyway, we have a test series starting when
yes.
Tuesday, I think, you know.
Yes.
Against India. You'll follow that, eh?
I will try my best to follow it.
I want you to give us some updates on that, man, because I can't see them things on TV. They're not showing you them the way every CPL match was showing.
I'm not sure what's going on Winners TV, but I hope we can see that. Yes, certainly.
People beating drum and thing, and they saying, "Good, that game was good, boy, and I enjoyed that." And you say, one game I have about 15, 16 drop catches. Can you believe that? And we feel our cricket is something.
Yeah. Well,
we're fooling ourselves. We will get there, the fat capital of the world.
Don't cry too much, caller. Don't cry too much, because you may have more crying for the week.
I happy dollars making the economy running, boosting as the Fed capital, but don't you put sports in your foolishness.
Okay, entertainment.
Sports. You're just using sports.
All right. Thanks very much for that.
To be the Fed capital. You're not no sporting nation, don't you?
Oh, boy. Yeah. All right. Thanks very much for that, caller.
I love sports.
Have a good one. And, of course, we're going to have to end the program here today because we're a little over time already. But, of course, if you want to join us tomorrow, we please hope that you can at the Lunchroom on Radio Caribbean International. I'm your host, Alex George Jr., saying goodbye.